All right, this is Behind the Bay. It's Max and Kev. We are back, and today's guest is Michael Wesley Hughes.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
We are so happy to have you, man. And, I got to just start off by saying we're on the back right after the captain says close. So I just kind of wanted to bring a little bit of attention in the podcast to that we had you guys closed down the show. It was amazing. We had such a blast. You guys were awesome, man.
That was an honor that they asked us to do that. That was really cool. We were hoping for that.
Yeah, it was. It was like one of the, I think it was, gosh, I've only seen you guys a handful of times because, we play out a lot too, and sometimes a lot of conflicting dates sometimes. But yeah, no, I was able to, I sat through a couple sets and I was like, man, these guys are just
pros.
Amazing pros.
Yeah,
man.
pros.
So good.
Well, thanks. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
So big shout out to them. So sorry that they're, they're gone now. So that's that. But hopefully we'll get somebody else in there and get another venue going eventually. Hopefully. So we'll see.
We'll see what happens.
That's the wishes.
Yeah, exactly. we need more of those venues and more gigs.
Yes, we do.
All right, so now we're gonna dive into you, my man. So you're kind of a transplant. You've been here for
10 years now.
I was gonna say about a decade, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. I kind of scrolled Facebook. There wasn't a whole lot of info, going on, but you mentioned earlier too that you're from the LA area, kind of. So
Yeah.
and that's where you kind of cut your teeth, or.
Yeah, we landed there. I was born in a really small town in Oklahoma, and my parents were kind of gypsies. They'd grown up on the farms in Oklahoma and stuff, and they wanted out of that. So we moved around a lot till I was about 4.
Okay.
And then we landed in the San Fernando Valley, and that place was mostly orchards and that kind of thing, but it was just starting to grow. This would be... I'm aging myself. This would be like 1952.
Okay. All right.
When I was 4, yeah. And now there's like 3 or 4 million people that live in the valley.
Right.
And it's about 60 miles north of LA.
Gotcha.
But we moved there and I grew up in that environment. Great place to grow up.
I bet.
Place was booming
during that time too.
Yeah.
What an awesome.
And just kept, I was a complete pest to my parents. It was like, I want a guitar. So when I was 15, I guess I just it was my mantra, and so they finally broke down and bought me a guitar when I was 15. And
so you didn't, I'm just curious. I don't mean to cut you off. So music was not really your thing until 15, or is it like kind of?
Did you have some kind of like any parents or anybody around you kind of influence that a little bit?
No, but they they had in those days they had these guys that would go around the neighborhoods and they would say, your son needs music because it helps him in school and all kinds of stuff like that. So they sold him on.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Those guys need to come back.
This, but they sold them on accordion lessons.
Oh, no.
So when I was 8, I took accordion lessons for about a year.
Okay.
And that was really depressing.
Yeah.
I
bet that's pretty...
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah.
I bet that's pretty challenging though. The accordion seems like, dude, I mean, I've looked at those things. I'm like, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to be really disassociated from society to think that there's anything attractive about that music,
Right. No, seriously. That brings up a great point, because I was going to be like, it's cool to want to get into music, and usually when we want to get into music, it's for a certain reason. I never was like, dude, I want to play accordion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, they always kind of start you on, I mean, even in school, like me, it was like the recorder, or something like that.
Right.
This ain't my jam. This is not what I want to do.
What was my first pawn shop experience when I took my accordion and I traded it for something?
Oh, awesome.
Traded it for an amp.
Right on.
And had to deal with, it's not a straight trade. You got to come up with a few bucks because they always...
Always.
None of your stuff is ever worth what their stuff is.
Of course not.
Never.
No.
You could have the Mona Lisa and they'd be like, yeah, she's old, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. If you watch Pawn Stars, I'll give you $5.
I'll give you 5 for it.
Really? And then the guy comes in and says, this thing's worth half a
it's like,
million.
"Do you know what you
Yeah.
got?"
You know? Yeah.
So I guess I just quick question. So what made you choose guitar? Why were you like, oh, guitar?
It's what I always wanted, but I didn't know how to explain it to my parents. I always told them I wanted to play the steel guitar.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't mean like a pedal steel and country music and stuff, although we were really into, my parents, I was lucky. My parents they weren't musical people, but they liked music.
Okay.
So growing up, I had no borders. We listened to hillbilly music. We listened to country music. We listened to big bands and, vocal groups like the Ink Spots and the Mills Brothers. And
Nice.
so there was this variety.
Yeah.
And so by the time I got to where I wanted to play was, the Beach Boys had come along.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And that kind of thing. And that kind of got us started in that direction. So once I got the guitar, I ran into guys that were better than me. And that was kind of the learning curve. Was I always seemed to be in a band with people who had a lot more knowledge and a lot more ability than I did. But it was where I learned,
Yeah. Right.
And then when I was about 16,
Okay.
that was my first paid gig.
Okay.
Was
Nice.
at a place in Canoga Park, California, called the Fireball Inn A Go Go.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Nice.
And it was a genuine topless dancer go place.
Oh, wow.
At 16.
That's a killer
Oh,
first
man.
gig, dude.
You were hooked for life after that.
I figured that life can't get any better than
yeah,
this.
I'm getting paid for this.
And
I
it
get to
never
see-
did get better than that.
Right. Yeah. You were hooked at that point. You were
Yeah,
like,
I mean-
okay, every show's going to be like this after this, right? That's what I'm in store for?
That's how all drugs start. It's amazing the first time.
It really. We got paid to play. And
Yep.
the girls were naked.
Topless
It was
dancer is
like,
beautiful.
How much better does it get?
Yep.
At 16, you go to
Oh,
go
yeah.
to high school the next day,
And you're like, dude, I'm the man, bro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You don't know what I was doing last night, but let me tell
we
you
want to come
something.
and see you. You can't.
Yeah.
And I remember my dad saying, "Okay, you know what you're doing is against the law." Because in LA, had this thing called the Vice Squad that would come and check on underage people in clubs and stuff.
Right, right.
Okay.
And he said, "So don't be calling me at 3 a.m. and expect I'm going to
Bail
get
you
out
out.
of bed and come down and get you." He goes, besides, once they find out how much you eat, they'll let you go.
So I guess that's, it makes me, I want to ask a question. So for me, because I played underage, but I had to go through OLCC, right? And I had to get approved to do it.
Like a permit.
Yeah.
Work permit?
Yeah. They had to be notified that Kevin was going to be playing somewhere. You were just able to do it and
No,
not
it
tell
wasn't-
anybody or how?
It's all a hush hush.
Well, my parents knew. And,
Yeah, okay.
and in those days, things were a little looser in those days. I could go to the liquor store, or liquor store is a weird name. It wasn't really a liquor store like we have here.
Right.
It was more like a mini mart
a little
Yeah,
market.
that sold
yeah.
liquor, right?
Yeah.
I could go down there and buy my dad cigarettes.
Right.
And the guy knew him and he knew me, and he would sell me the cigarettes and I'd take them home to my dad.
Gotcha.
I was like my dad and mom. I was their remote control for years. Change the station on the TV, that kind of thing.
Different
But,
time. Different time for
Yeah,
sure.
the step and fetch it guy.
Yeah, exactly. And then we met this guy. It was Don Podler and Richie Podler. They had a place called American Recording, and they were responsible for a lot of the soundtracks from those really bad B movies about the Hells Angels and stuff like
Oh,
that
yeah, yeah.
of that era.
Okay.
And they recorded Steppenwolf. They recorded the Three Dog Night and the Doors and a bunch
cool.
of people like that. And they also booked all of the UCLA and USC frat parties.
Okay.
And so that's where we really started to make some money, because we would work 2 nights a weekend, Friday and Saturday nights, almost every weekend.
Right on.
And that was a blast. Just,
I bet.
all of the things that we learned doing that, and, tons of war stories,
I bet.
Yeah.
And then from there, just after I got out of high school, I was 17, and I got called to join this band, and I went and joined them. It was a 4-piece, and the dad of the bass player had some connections in the music business. So I was in the band for like 2 weeks, and we went in and cut some demos on a 2-track place.
Okay.
And then he took the demos around, and we ended up getting signed to a developmental deal with Liberty Records. That was in '67.
Nice. Wow, cool.
And we ended up in the RCA studios in Hollywood.
Okay.
The number one studio was like where they recorded orchestras and stuff.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So we got to go in there, and we cut more demos and stuff in there. And then it was in the first part of December. And so after about the second week of December, they shut down operation for the holidays.
Okay.
So everybody went off. And during the holidays, my drummer and I got drafted.
Oh, wow. No way.
Okay.
Yeah. So, it was a 4-piece band, and now two people were going in the Army.
Got you.
So,
It's like the Oneaters.
yeah,
when the bass player gets drafted,
That's
you
right,
know,
yeah.
and it's like,
no,
okay.
that idiot joined.
Yeah. I was gonna say he wanted to go,
Yeah.
which a lot of people back then did. They threw on the this is my duty, and I got it. A lot of boys wanted to do that, but some.
Well, it was that was the most massive induction period.
Right.
Was in late '67 and early '68. So I went in the Army in May of '68 and got out in '70. So
Did
Crazy.
you when you were in the Army? Just curious, did you do any of the? Because I know they have like bands also in the Army.
No.
Did you- nothing.
no, because I went straight through training and went to Vietnam,
Oh,
and that was no guitars,
yeah.
lots of flak jackets and that kind of stuff,
Wow.
and got out in '70. And the band that I'd been in the '60s, the one that went into the studios, we had been playing at Gazzari's in Hollywood and some of those kinds of places, and actually did a gig in Sonny and Cher's house.
Oh, wow. Cool.
that's
That
man.
was pretty cool. They
Nice.
weren't there.
They weren't. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, it was kind of weird, but
Yeah.
but we did that, and then when we got out, we got the band back together.
Oh, cool.
For real. And I think we went from about 1970 to about 1976. And the music scene in LA in that time was just unbelievable.
So you're about 20 something at this time, 26.
Yeah,
20.
I got out of the Army when I was 21. So I'm in my early 20s,
Okay.
mid 20s in that time.
Gotcha.
And there were so many gigs and so many clubs. There was one point with the band I was in where we worked every single night for 6 months straight.
Nice.
Not a night off.
I would love that. I wish that was still a thing.
well, it is for some people, but
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
We hired roadies just because we needed somebody to drive us home
I
because we were
bet.
so tired all the time,
And so
You were
they-
so tired, that's why you had to have someone drive
Oh,
you
yeah.
home?
Literally, yeah, because
okay.
we were into the wrong substances,
yeah,
Right.
or to the right ones, whoever you ask.
Yeah, well,
Ipso facto.
we weren't into the disco diet.
Right.
I
I was going to
so.
say, because that was making its little head during that time, too, the disco era, and also a lot of the yacht rock stuff, Michael McDonald, all that 70s.
Not yet.
Not yet.
But the
Okay.
disco era came in, and then that pretty much kind of, I don't know, it took a lot of the joy out of playing
Yeah.
because the music wasn't inspiring, at
Yeah.
least to us,
Yeah.
kind of musicians we were. We really enjoyed the guys that really had musical experience and could play their instruments better than anybody else could, And
Right.
so it was really a lot of fun during those times.
Yeah, I bet.
Amazing times.
Cool. Yeah, you got to play some awesome places, and I'm sure meet some cool people.
And
man.
tons
Yeah.
of people.
Yeah.
Like this one place we played was called Handlebar Saloon.
Mm-hmm.
It was in Pasadena, and it said maximum capacity was 350. And the place would have like over 500 people in on the weekends. And there's so much that you couldn't take a break. You just sat on the stage when it was break time because you couldn't
get out.
If you got off, you couldn't get back on.
The fire marshal's at the bar, like, hey, Bob.
The fire marshal's buying rounds for the band.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was crazy. And we played everywhere. It just a lot of really interesting experiences
I
in
bet.
that time.
I bet.
77, I got a job in the post office.
Okay.
No, you didn't.
I did, yeah. It was just a summer job.
Oh, okay.
And 35 years later, I retired.
Did you? Oh, my God. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, they call it going postal for a reason. Did you lose your mind, or was it like, this is a great job for a musician? Because
it really was, yeah.
Why?
As a letter carrier, you just went out on the street.
Right.
You had, headphones on. I can still remember when Cheap Sunglasses came out by ZZ Top.
Nice.
I can remember what street I was on. It was Cherry Stone, and it was like,
crazy.
I still flash back on that every once in a while,
Now, you were still doing music, though? You're still doing band? You're just like, okay, here's the LA Times and a flyer.
Yeah. Yeah, I was doing a lot of...
Come check us out.
Really. I was doing a lot of casuals in those days.
Yeah.
Like, you'd go out with a 4-piece or something, and they might have a sax player or something.
Oh, cool.
And a lot of really high-end kind of gigs and things. But the same thing was happening with that band in the 70s. We had a pretty cool band for a long time. One of the guitar players ended up playing with Chris Christopherson.
Oh, yeah.
And our bass player actually ended up playing with Survivor.
Oh, cool.
Eye of the
Oh,
Tiger
wow.
guys.
Oh, yeah. We play Eye of the Tiger, so yeah.
Yeah, I was watching MTV one day, and I see these guys walking around this town in the set that they did, and it's like, that guy looks like Steph, and it was Steph.
Oh, crazy!
Right.
Wow.
And
Very
he was a real character. He almost got us arrested by.
Okay, I got to hear this story. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, it was cast member on Leave It to Beaver.
Oh, okay.
And Eddie Haskell was this just a jackass, but was always sickeningly sweet to the parents and stuff. He would say like, I can't remember what their Cleaver, Mrs. Cleaver, you look wonderful today, and she'd say, yeah, right, Eddie, and that kind of thing, And so we're rehearsing, and there's this banging on the door, and we didn't hear it at first because we were rehearsing, and really loud in those days.
Yeah,
big amps and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And finally, we ended the song, and they're just beating the hell out of the door, So we open the door, and these 6 cops walk in, and the lead cop is Ken Osmond, which was Eddie Haskell.
Oh, wow.
When he quit acting, he went to work for LAPD. And so they're telling us, we're playing too loud and all this stuff, giving us a lot of crap. And the bass player goes, gee, Officer Osmond, you look really wonderful in your uniform today.
Yeah.
Nice.
And the guy goes, yeah, I've heard that shit before, and if you say one more thing like that, I'm going to run all of you.
Oh, man, yeah.
And it's like, holy mackerel.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, never heard that before, guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to get in the back? Or
keep it up. Yeah, keep it up, dude.
Then I almost got into a fight with Beaver's dad.
Oh, wow.
The guy that acted as his dad. We were doing a benefit in Doris Day's backyard in Brentwood.
Okay.
And he was trying to talk to somebody, and he didn't like that the music was so loud, so he unplugged us.
Oh.
And I was pretty fresh from the Army at that time.
Yeah.
Right.
And I was a little more volatile than I am now. But I got nose to nose with him and made some kind of threats and things that,
I'm not going to repeat right now, but
no, disemboweling was one of them.
Oh, nice.
Because I thought that would hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Really bad.
Oh, yeah.
So, and the guys pulled me off, and we kept playing. But
that's rock. That's
awesome,
that's music right there, dude.
yeah, you don't unplug a guy's gear.
No.
That's a no-go, dude.
Yeah, there's a million other ways to handle that stuff.
Yeah.
What a fun band, though. That was a blast.
I bet.
We had a ton of fun with those guys.
So you stayed with them for obviously the time that you were playing with them, and then once you weren't playing with them anymore, what did you do moving forward?
I was a father.
Oh,
which was why
Gotcha.
I wasn't playing with them anymore.
So is that why you got out of playing? Because you had a child?
Yeah, I had to find a job.
yeah.
And the post office was had good benefits, and they had medical and all that kind of stuff. And
Well, that's awesome, man. You manned up, dude. You did it. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. So you
Kudos because some dudes don't, man. They're like, yeah, kid, yeah, screw that.
Yeah, so you took a hiatus from playing. Now, was that just a hiatus from playing live, or did you still kind of play in your room? You know what I mean? Without
I still did some session work here and there.
okay,
There were some. I'd go in and play guitar on some sessions, and I really did a lot of things as a background singer.
oh okay,
But singing was my stronger suit than my guitar playing.
Oh.
And so
And I was gonna say the same. I'm like great guitar player, but I actually do love your vocals, man. I've heard you sing,
Yeah.
and I'm like every time Michael sings, I'm like, dude, yeah, he's got it, man.
well, thanks. Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Well, I started singing when I was a baby. My mom and dad used to say when they turned the car radio on, they turned me on because I'd sing with the radio and
Nice.
all that kind of stuff.
Did you ever take singing lessons, or were you in choir, or was that just something that you
I did. Yeah. When I was 14, I joined the church choir.
Okay.
I was raised in the Baptist church and
Nice.
that kind of thing. And so I sang in the choir for a couple of, I guess till I was about 18, but not on Friday and Saturday nights. So
Right.
it was kind of a weird juxtaposition there,
Oh yeah, all the fa la la's and then getting down and dirty at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the,
They're like, we heard stories about you about last weekend. So
yeah, the one college used to call us the Sigma Chi marching band because we played them so often. They used to have these amazing parties where they had one of those kind of garages with the stable doors.
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah.
slide open. They'd slide those open and they'd put out a couple of kegs, and then they'd charge $5 to get into the property, and then get about maybe 500 or 600 people there.
Wow.
And we'd play in the garage, and it was just massive parties.
yeah, what
Wow.
a great time.
Oh man, I know. Gosh, nothing in my has been like that for those kind of private gigs, but that would be amazing.
Yeah, there was a lot of those kind of opportunities in those days.
Yeah.
We played a place in Burbank one time for Burbank Days, and they estimated the crowd at about 10,000.
Oh wow,
wow.
nice.
And it was
Nice.
such an adrenaline run.
I bet, man.
That after the first song, it was like I think I had to suck the bottom out of 2 bottles of water
Right.
before I could even breathe again. My
Yeah.
lips were sticking together, and
Right.
I was so jacked up, from
Yeah.
just the adrenaline.
Oh, yeah.
It was fun though.
Yeah, it is a rush, man. It is when you get in front of a big crowd like that. There's no other feeling like it either, man. It's
They
intense.
talk about energy. That's a lot of energy. And every time you make a cool move, they let you know.
Yeah,
Right.
You know?
So then you're like, oh, I got to do another cool move.
yeah, I gotta.
And then you
Yeah.
start running out of breath and you're
Yeah.
just sweating. You're like, dude.
Well, in those days, I had like a 4-octave range, so I could really I could hit a lot of high notes that were impressive.
Right.
Now it hurts if I
Yeah.
try. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
my gag reflex kicks in.
Now, I'm curious, just to get a little bit more personal about your personal life. How many children do you have? I actually don't know.
I have 2 with my first marriage,
Okay.
and I had 3 stepchildren with my second marriage,
Oh, nice.
and
Gotcha.
my current wife has 2 children.
Okay.
Oh, awesome. So yeah,
So,
you played
yeah.
Papa Bear for a lot, man. That's
I
awesome.
almost have a baseball team.
Yeah, bro. you're almost there.
So, the 2 that are yours, boy, girl.
2 girls, and they actually live up
Girls.
here. One lives in Eugene, and the other one lives in Cottage Grove.
Cool.
And they come to the gigs especially when we played the Blue Box.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
love
okay.
that place, so they
Yeah.
come out and see us there.
Nice.
I love that place. Such a cool cool little spot, man.
Yes.
The first year we played there, I almost froze to death.
I know, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then now they've got that tent. They've got everything worked out.
Yeah.
Dan, I forget to get his last name, but he's a really good guy.
He is.
And,
He's super
he
cool, dude.
takes care of everybody,
Yep.
you know.
Yep.
And it's just a genius place.
It is.
You know?
I thought the same thing. I'm like, man, dude, you got to sewed up right here, bro.
Yeah,
This is awesome.
good food, good vibes,
Yep.
all kinds of cool things.
Yeah.
And people know it too, so they come out. You know, it's usually a pretty decent crowd.
It's a great family environment. It's just a great positive environment, right? Like bars are cool, partying's cool, but it's really nice to find a place that has good food and families welcome and younger people are welcome. They do have a good thing going on out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for sure.
Very cool.
It's like Seven Devils.
Yeah.
I really like
yeah.
playing outside there because they dogs, kids,
Yeah.
people.
I know. I dig that too. Carmen's a great guy too, man. He's
Super
cool. And I love the vibe of the Seven Devils. We've done that one a couple times too, man. Yeah, very cool. I love those gigs too. Yeah, I mean, they're awesome. You get the fire going and got some tunes going, and yeah, those are cool.
And when it got up here, I never played at a festival like we have up here.
Mm-hmm.
And so that first couple of years, we were playing festivals a lot,
Yeah.
and it was just amazing. You get up on a truck trailer.
Oh yeah,
And there's people wandering all over the place. And
They don't do that as often. I think because the KDOT crew used to run that stuff, and then we do the seafood festivals.
Seafood festival, Crawdad Festival out in
Yeah.
Lakeside. They had the Blackberry festivals and stuff. They still do the Blackberry festival.
and fun festivals.
And fun festivals still around.
Yeah, there's a lot of festivals now. Yeah.
And now they've fixed that place over by the city hall, the old city hall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they have a stage over there
Right,
now and
right.
all kinds of stuff. That's pretty cool. I like that. But this whole town is kind of interesting that way.
It is.
with
Yeah.
all
And I
that.
mean, yeah, we got Mingus Park. There's all kinds of places, man.
The Music on the Bay thing
Yeah.
is super
There you
cool.
go.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
We even did that one year
Yeah.
with CRBQ. That was a blast.
Isn't it? It's so much fun, man. That's a very cool vibe. I think. Well, it wasn't Music on the Bay. It was something else, but we were in Mingus. I think that was your first gig with us, actually. When
At
you
the
joined
Mingus place.
at the Mingus place. Yeah, very cool vibes out there too. Dig that place.
And then in Port Orford, that Mr. Ed's. Have you played out there?
No, we haven't. No, actually, I kind of reached out because they're kind of a. I think it's a like a tip only kind of a deal.
Right.
Right. And so, for us and for the people, it was just like, well, and it may be something that we do, but it's just going to have to, when busy season, it's hard to give up a primo date to maybe get
What I
paid.
liked about it, though, is he does the streaming thing now.
Yeah.
So you end up with a promotional disc
Right.
of your gig.
Oh, cool.
So
Yeah,
that's worth it in a way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Exactly. I heard about that too. It's like they put it out there, and he does, and he cuts you at the end, right?
Yeah,
Kind of
yeah.
gives you a copy of that.
Yeah.
It's super cool too. Yeah, well, we're gonna end up doing it eventually. I mean, we have to. We gotta do it eventually.
You got to check it off the.
If nothing
Yeah,
else, just
exactly.
for the drive.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We've done some shows in Brookings and stuff too, and we have played a couple shows over the port over like Save the Lighthouse and
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep.
yeah, and a couple
Yep.
of little
Yeah.
deals. So, but we haven't hit Mr. Edge yet though. So, but that's on the list. And I haven't been in there. I've seen some pictures though. He's got like guitars up on the walls.
Tons of guitars on the walls, and then people bring broken guitars in, and he screws them to the ceiling.
Oh, nice.
So the ceiling, he's even got guitars on it.
Awesome.
He's a really cool guy.
You've been to those bars with dollar bills everywhere. This
Right.
one's guitars everywhere.
Really.
All right, well,
Really.
I've got a big cluster of them that I can give away.
Oh,
yeah.
he'd be in love with you, man.
Here, take all this, please. It's a full dump truck full.
So you're still in Cali, or are you moving north yet?
I'm
Yeah.
no, I
at this
didn't. I
point.
didn't move up here till I was done with the post office. I was retired
Right.
and met my wife down there, and we dated for about a year, and then we moved up here.
Now, were
And-
your daughters up here first? Is that what
Yeah,
made
they'd
you
been
come
up here from the mid '90s, I think.
Got you.
My ex-wife moved up here.
So you had the inside track a little bit. You already kind of knew what you were in for coming up this way.
Not even a little
Oh,
bit.
no, huh?
No.
Not even a little bit.
No, I had no idea, no idea what we were getting into. But my wife and I had been talking about getting out of LA because it's just so congested there.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
You
I
can't
know.
go anywhere without
I know it.
a wait.
Oh, yeah. Don't get on the 405, dude. Don't do it.
The weirdest picture I've ever seen was in COVID. Somebody took a picture of the 405 going up through the pass, going into West LA, and there were 2 cars on it, and it's like, I don't know what it is, like
Oh, wow.
like 12 lanes,
Right. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane.
and they're just these 2 cars.
Yeah,
and
you're like,
it
I've
looked
never seen that in my life.
Yeah, it looked like Armageddon.
Yeah, exactly.
Was done.
Right.
And it just was.
That's
it was crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy, man.
And so didn't know what the music scene would be like, but got up here and
Pleasantly surprised?
oh man,
Right.
it was so cool.
So again, back to the hiatus. So you'd taken the hiatus, then you moved up here, and then so you started playing again once you got back up here. Or
Well,
once you
no,
came up- once you
in
moved up here?
2003, I met this guy, and we formed a blues band. It was E Blues Highway, and we were dedicated to just doing original blues. And the guys were real. I hadn't really done much writing until then, but these guys were like super encouraging and super supportive of writing. And I showed them one song, and they were like bonkers about it.
Yeah, they're like, oh, dude. Okay.
And so it just exploded. I think I wrote about 20 or 30 songs the first
Now,
2 years.
Is this what's on the YouTube? Is this the Arlington and all that stuff?
No, that's my solo album
Yeah,
that
I
I
was
did.
kinda
But
check
the
that
E
out.
Blues Highway, we played all over LA in the
gotcha.
blues clubs and stuff. And then I got introduced to this this lady that had what they call a collection service. And you give up 50% of your publishing, and she pitches your songs to television and radio and stuff like that. And she ended up getting 3 of my songs on an HBO series that was called True Blood.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, watched it. Yep.
Yeah. So, and that was
Nice.
a pretty cool thing, you know.
Yeah, it is,
Yeah.
man. Very cool.
I told her she changed me from a poser to a composer.
Right.
You know,
Nice.
and that was really fun because you watch some show and you hear your band playing in the background, and that's what it usually is background stuff. But but it paid very well,
You right? Yeah.
and it still pays enough that we can go to dinner every 3 months.
Yeah, nice. There you go.
Whatever.
And you get your friends on the couch. You're like, now listen to this. Listen to the back. You hear that?
Here, check it out.
That's me.
Yeah. The solo album was that was from like about 5 years of pretty intense therapy,
Oh yeah.
trying to get over the ramifications of Vietnam.
You could tell there was a vibe in there, and what was it? Blood, bullets, and
Yeah. Let's see, bullets, bombs, and body bags.
bullets, bombs, and body bags. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
And actually, a great song though. I dug it, man. I was like, there's
Nice.
some gems on there too. But especially what's going on and all the craziness now. I was like, man,
It's a little dark.
yeah, it is. It's a little dark.
Yeah,
But it's
Yeah, if you're
true.
depressed, don't listen to
Yeah, I
it.
know. No, you gotta be okay first. Don't.
Or at least take your meds before.
Yeah,
you-
if you're on the edge, we recommend not. Hold out until you're good.
But that was a blast. That was really an interesting project. Because the other one, the Blues Highway thing, was a band thing.
Right.
Right.
That was
And
just you.
everybody contributed money-wise to pay for the recording and all
Gotcha.
that stuff. So, and I did the other one on my own. So.
Yeah.
And did you record it all on your own, or did you take it to a studio or something? I'm just curious.
No, we went to a studio, and I had a producer, actually, this lady named Lisa Nimzo, who was actually a star in I think it was the 80s. Most of her thing was in Germany. She was signed with, I think it was Polydor in Germany. She did a lot of TV shows and stuff like that. Amazing singer, amazing writer.
Nice.
But I had heard an album that she had produced, and she did a string arrangement for this guy, kind of like a string quartet.
Right.
I thought, man, it sounds so real. It's all synthesized, but it doesn't sound synthesized. She's got a real touch with it, you know. And so I took one of the songs off the album called Evil. I took that to her and I said, I really would like to put strings on this. And she listened to it, and then she listened to a couple of other songs that I had written. And she liked them. And so we talked about it for a while, and we decided she would produce the album.
Oh, cool.
And Arlington is actually hers.
Okay.
She wrote that with a friend of theirs. And but I asked her if I could do it because it kind of went along with the other subject matter that was in my album. And she said, yeah. But all we did with that was we changed the pronouns in the song. That in her song, it's about a woman who her son was killed in Vietnam, and she drives from New York to Arlington once a month and puts roses on his grave, that kind of thing. Right. So we changed it to where it was the killed soldier's point of view of people coming to visit him,
nice.
You know, that kind of thing.
Sweet.
And then in the middle of it is really strange. The engineer and she put together that kind of breakdown thing in the middle of it without me.
Oh, got you.
Because they were afraid that the sounds of a real battle might trigger me, you know.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
And so when I went back to the sessions and they were cleaning some stuff up, and they played it for me, I was blown away.
Right.
Because what you're hearing is an actual Afghanistan clip.
Oh, wow, trip.
And the two guys that are talking in that, when they're saying that the next one is going to hit closer to us, it actually killed them.
Oh, wow.
So it's the real deal in the middle, and it just is. It's kind of strange in a lot of ways.
Right.
Yeah.
And they did that to me a lot of times.
You're like, damn, thanks.
If you listen to the album, there's like all these little interludes here and there, and some of them are my war stories.
Right.
You know. And they were recording those without me knowing that they were recording them. So,
oh, wow.
You know, because they figured that I might not be as forthcoming if I knew I was being recorded.
Now, that's kind of, too, because I'm so, you know, being around you, I've mainly been blues. And so it's got some blues in it, but it's not like just primarily blues. A lot of that
There's one blues song, really.
And I was like, I was listening to all these songs. I'm like, dude, Michael. I'm like, what's going on? Man, it was amazing because I was like, oh, this is cool. He's not just a one-trick pony. You got all kinds of stuff in you, man.
Well, I love really good hard rock.
Yeah.
You know, like Bad Company and
you could hear some influencey stuff in there too, some little licks and stuff. I was like, I recognize that. So really cool.
The influences that I had are guitar players, you know.
Yeah.
Obviously Clapton.
Yeah.
But Steve Stills, Peter Frampton, especially when Peter Frampton was with Humble Pie. Mm-hmm. I saw them about 2 or 3 times, and
oh man, I wish I could have.
I was just blown away by how this guy could take a blues scale and then add kind of a jazz influenced departure from just the straight blues licks and stuff, and how good it sounded.
Some of these dudes' phrasing, man, is just insane.
And then that kind of led to Robin Ford, who is just
I know, dude,
out of his mind.
Yeah,
you know. And then now there's these guys that are just so technically articulate that it's crazy. There's a guy, Guthrie Govan.
Oh, Guthrie, dude. Yeah.
His band, the what do they call it?
Yeah, he's a monster.
He is.
He's a monster, dude.
And the stuff he plays is just, it's not like just what Frank Zappa used to call nat notes.
Yeah.
You know, where it's just a diddly all over the place. But the guy really develops a theme.
Right.
And his playing is just
He's like
outrageous.
he's like the Bill Gates of guitar, man. It's like his brain and he knows everything and he knows what, and it's just like, but he pulls this stuff out and it looks like effortless.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, yeah, and then you go to the yeah, and then you go to yeah. It's like
Sickening.
dude, it's
Sickening.
It's
it is,
sickening.
man. And he's such a trippy dude, man. He's a tripper, man. But he's amazing. He's like I say, he's a monster, man.
Yeah. So this guy, that was the influence. Is a lot of the hard rock stuff, classic rock now they call it. But you know, it was fun just to turn it up loud and make it really greasy.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then the blues stuff was just, I don't know, different kind of vibe, really.
Yeah.
But fun. And then I had a pretty good argument with a guy one time that he was wanting me to come and be a part of a project that I had been kind of let go of. And when I came back, and he was like, why don't you come on back? And it's like, I don't want to. I want to go play blues. And he told me, well, good luck in the land of 1-4-5s.
Oh yeah.
Because in his head, that was all blues was. And so the first 15 songs I wrote for the E-Blues Highway, I refused to put any kind of 1-4-5 in there.
Yeah, you're like,
I mean, I
this,
searched far and near and wide and everything.
Oh yeah.
To try to find, some clever little turnaround that wouldn't be
exactly
like that.
There is some cookie cutter stuff, but like you said, I mean, without the blues, man, we wouldn't have Clapton, we wouldn't have Stevie. These guys are amazing, and they pull this stuff out, and so it takes talent no matter what, man. But
well, I wanted to go to a blues festival where you don't hear 5 versions of Born Under a Bad Sign.
Yeah,
right. It's
exactly.
really still the same song,
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, so
exactly.
I wanted to be able to play something that would be a little different.
And there is that too. I mean, I do sometimes you get caught in that. Some guys do get caught in that 1-4-5, pitfall, and it's like, and that's the thing. It's like, if you got a couple hour gig, it's like, okay, I'm done. I'm done after a while. I'm like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you mean
I got to a certain point where I said, I'm letting this threat rule me.
Yeah,
it's like I have a couple of really good 1-4-5s in me,
right?
So I'm gonna write those as well.
Hey, absolutely,
that was fun.
Yeah,
that was, to finally be rid of that cloak of darkness,
right? The stigma. Yeah.
So I'm just. So where do I find this? Is it just YouTube? Is it Apple Music? Is it like where do I find these?
Most of it. Well, all of it's on YouTube.
Okay.
And most of it's E-Blues Highway is under the name E-Blues Highway.
E-Blues Highway.
And then the solo album is under Michael Wesley Hughes. Trying to Come Back Home is the name of the album.
Okay.
And that one's more. I think it's more like classic rock. The idea I had with it was more like that. A couple of the songs I tried to. One in general, I tried to do my best Hendrix sounds.
Okay.
And the other ones were kind of back to where Steve Stills was. He used to write some really good rock songs that had really interesting guitar parts. And so, and I had a lot of guitars to choose from in those days.
I was going to ask you, man. So because
was gonna
as a
ask too.
guitar guy, I mean, I noticed that most of the time
too.
I see you using your Strat. So
Yeah.
Is that your
I was gonna ask the same thing. What's your favorite guitar and why? Like,
Well,
let's go.
the number one is that white Strat that I
love
play.
that thing too.
So now is it now Strats in general? Like I'm a Les Paul guy. Les Paul all day, and I will play. Well, I mean, I'll play other stuff, but I'm a Les Paul guy. Is Strats your thing?
It is now.
Okay.
It is now because it's for a live thing. To me, it's the most versatile tone wise.
Right.
You can play pretty much everything on it.
Yep.
And that one especially was like it was meant to be.
Okay.
I went to the Guitar Center, or I had a Guitar Center, one of those pamphlets they send out. Catalog thing.
Oh, I know the one.
And I'm
I've had
telling
those
my
myself.
I'm telling my wife that these guys are idiots. They never change anything in here. It's the same Boss distortion for $39.95.
Right.
And then I slammed the catalog shut, and on the back of it is this white Strat. It's a 2007, and it's the 50th anniversary of the 57 Strat.
Nice.
That's the Mary Kay finish. So it's white with the maple fingerboard and gold hardware.
Nice.
It's like my dream guitar, right?
Yeah.
They bought, exactly. It's like the whole damn choir was singing, you know?
Yeah.
And so I went to the Guitar Center and I told the guy, I want to see one. And he goes, we only have one and it's on layaway. And I said, well, can I see it? And he goes, no, I can't. It's on layaway. I can't do that. And I said, well,
I just want to look at it, bro.
yeah, that's all I want to do. I said, I want to see what it looks like because then if I dig it, I'll go to some other Guitar Center and find one.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and he wouldn't do it. So, so I did one of those old guy things.
Did you get his name? Because we're about to shout him out right now on this podcast.
I didn't get his name.
Guitar Center 342. Hughes.
How dare you?
But I did my best Karen thing and said, I want to see the manager.
Nice.
You
Okay,
know?
there you
So
go.
the manager comes over and I explained, I just want to look at it. And he goes,
I'm not-
go get it and bring it out here. He's not going to touch it or anything.
Right.
So he
There you
goes
go.
away.
That's why he's the manager. dude.
Yeah. Thank God for me. Oh, and then I had to, there was you sign up for their credit card and it's 18 months of no payments and no interest.
Nice.
Okay.
So you
Yeah,
got a
yeah.
year and a half to shred before.
Yeah, exactly. And what are they going to do then? Take it away from me now?
right.
So he comes back and he's dragging this shipping box, and he goes, "You're not going to believe this." He goes, "We got one that nobody took into inventory."
Oh, nice.
And so he puts it up on the desk, and they opened it up, and I bought it right there.
Nice.
Nice, man.
Did you look at that other salesman and flip him off? Hey, Tom, check it out, buddy.
No, but I gave him, I gave him that kind of side eye, squint eye, side eye gunslinger thing.
right.
If we ever meet in a dark alley.
And, well, and what a smart move for the manager. Again, that's why I said that's why he's the manager, because you don't let somebody that's willing to do something like that walk out the door, man.
No.
Like,
Let him see. He just wants to look at it, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, dude.
Some other guy's going to get it on his sales report.
Yeah, and then lo and behold, we had one in stock we didn't even know about. This is why. This is why.
Yeah. So, and at that time I had 36 guitars.
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay.
So it wasn't like I was guitar poor, but I
was going to say,
two
you poor
Les
man.
Pauls.
Right.
And I had 3 Strats, and I had a Rick 12 and a bunch of, just tons of guitars.
Yeah.
Right on. So, and it's just kind of a standard layout, 3 single coil. Yeah, I'm a Strat guy too, but I like the fat Strats. I like a humbucker in the bridge. I like, because that's, and then if you get some switches and you get some stuff, you could then it's really, really versatile, man. You can make that thing sound like anything you want.
Well, I found out that if you have enough pedals,
Yeah,
you
can warm it up and do
you
whatever
want
you
it
gotta
to
do,
sound.
that is true. That is true.
Yeah, so I just fell into a new pedal called a Magnus that's made in Denmark, and it replaces the Carl Martin Quattros that I had, which were really cool things, but they wear out after 30 years.
Yep.
So it gets me the sounds that I want to get.
Well, there you
It's
go.
fun.
That's the biggie. I mean, there's so many gear snobs out there too, which I got to mention. It's just because it just pisses me off. Like people like, dude, if you don't have such, this guy's kind of a little snobby about certain stuff. Like he's like, it's got to be a Gibson, not an Epiphone.
I'm a little bit like that.
But but I'm like, man, if it sounds good. It sounds good.
Yeah.
Dude. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. And
some
if
of
it
them
feels good,
I was gonna say some of them feel a certain way too.
and
It's
that's
just
true.
like, bro,
Not all of them are cut from the same. I've had Squires that
felt better than a Fender.
awesome. Yeah, usually Americans are pretty good because they have to go through rigorous. But I've had some diamonds in the rough where this one just sonically, man, just came out. I don't know why. I don't know what it was. Maybe the cut. Maybe the grain. I don't know.
It's your fingers.
That too.
It really comes down to that.
It does.
You know?
It does.
Yeah.
You see these guys playing those god awful old Ks
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
50s.
Totally.
Oh, I know.
Terrible
Yeah.
guitars.
Oh, I know.
Horrible. And
Yeah, there
okay.
are there's some terrible what I consider terrible guitars out there, and I've seen people pull out some amazing things.
They make
and,
them sing.
and make them sing, and that's the thing. I mean, and it is kind of true. I mean, you put Stevie Ray Vaughan on a piece of crap, and it's probably still going to sound pretty damn decent, man. He's going to bend it to high hell anyway, so it doesn't matter what key it's in now, anyhow. But
It's not going to be something you're disappointed in.
no,
You know.
no.
Gear is it's a sickness. All it is
it's
a
gas,
disease.
dude. Gear acquisition syndrome, man. I
Yes.
got gas bad.
Terribly.
Well, and I talk to my students a lot. I get questions a lot, like, "Hey, Kev, what's the best bass drum pedal? Hey, what's the best head? What's the best? Because I'm struggling with this or struggling with that. How can I be a better player? Like, what do I buy?" And it's like, dude, I'm not trying to be mean, but like, you don't need the best gear to play well.
No, it does. It does make things.
Does it make it easier? Yeah.
Yeah. It can
But-
make things easier, but it doesn't. It doesn't guarantee results either.
Exactly. It's not, and sometimes people get a little too into that where it's like, oh, well, I have the best Fender Strat, or, it's on a 56 reissue.
I think all musicians want that.
It's like,
that magic wand,
and it's not there, dude.
It's not going to happen.
You know?
You're going to have to put in the work. You're going to have to woodshed. It's going to hurt.
I want the blue guitar.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care what it's made by. The blue guitar. My first guitar was a copy of a Strat, and it had 4 pickups and a chrome pickguard.
Oh, nice.
And the chrome pickguard was the selling point.
Oh yeah.
I had to have that.
right.
Chrome don't get you home, but you know what? I still want it.
You needed C clamps to make a chord on it.
Oh,
The
yeah.
strings were like
Right,
a half
half a
inch off
mile.
of the neck.
Right.
It's terrible.
But it looked cool.
And
I couldn't
that's what I hate
take
about
a-
the beginner stuff, because they're all like that. And I'm
Yeah.
like, man, what a way to deter you right away, man. I'm just saying, for beginners, these are the worst guitar
Yeah.
setups.
I couldn't take a blood test when I was a kid because my calluses were so thick.
Yeah.
They couldn't get the pin through it.
Nice. Now, I got another question for you, just because I'm curious. So obviously, I teach, and I with my drummers, there's always these what I call comeback drummers. Okay, so for you took a hiatus, so I guess you could be a comeback guitar player. What made you want to get back into playing again live?
Well, I never stopped playing.
You were always playing in the house, doing your thing.
I whenever I'd walk into a music store, it was like the 15-year-old was there again.
Yeah.
And it was like the only thing missing was a bed. And it would be the perfect bedroom,
Oh, yeah.
And I want 105 guitars on my wall.
I bet.
But so I never stopped playing, but I just wasn't available for gigs. That was the big deal. And then as I moved up the ranks, I got into management, and I had a little bit more time available. And then in my second marriage, I was also incredibly broke,
Okay.
And so gigging was a necessity.
Nice.
Yeah.
It literally was putting the groceries on the table.
Right.
And my wife at that time was a keyboard player.
Oh,
So we were playing together in bands. And so that was kind of an interesting thing,
Cool.
Well, that's cool.
And that band was really cool, too. It was an oldies band, which, it was kind of boring sometimes, but interesting still, because a lot of voices and stuff, and a lot of shenanigans going on.
I bet. Nice.
A whole lot of shenanigans.
And then I got another question for you too. So like I didn't start writing, like going on my writing journey. I remember when I was very young, I asked my dad, I said, hey, I got this guitar lick, can you write me some lyrics? Can you help me write? And he was like, nah, I don't really do that. I don't know how to write. It wasn't until I was out of even high school where I decided to start writing my own stuff. I had my own home studio. But you're a great writer, right? And I met Josh DiDiego. I remember I was in high school, and he was just a great writer. And I was like, wow, bro, like how do you do that? How do you become? Because you're a good writer. How do you do that? Be a good writer. Is there something that you did to practice it and get better at it, or is there something you recommend for people who want to be a writer? You know what I mean?
I don't know really, because it's one of the mysteries of life, really.
Yeah.
Is where does this stuff come from?
Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
I'll tell you the one one of the weirdest songs is on the album is called "Walk with Me."
Okay.
And I had to have a surgery, and because I was in that era of Vietnam where they had the Agent Orange and stuff, at 65, I developed hemophilia, where your blood doesn't coagulate normally.
Oh.
And through getting wounded and having surgeries after that and all this stuff, you would think that you would have problems, but it didn't exist in those days. Yeah. So I had this little surgery on my eyes, and I went to the bathroom one time, and my eyes were bleeding.
Oh.
And so I went to the ER, and I lost consciousness, and I woke up in the middle of that having a heart attack.
Oh, wow.
Because a blood clot had passed through my heart.
Oh, gotcha.
And so this guy was like telling me everything's going to be all right. We got it under control, but it's going to be cool. So I had my eyes bandaged shut, and they gave me like a really, really strong narcotic of some kind.
Yeah, sedative, big time. Yeah.
And not even a sedative. It was a hallucinogen.
You're like, yeah. I was awake.
And for 3 days, I tripped. The whole 3 days, I was hallucinating about everything. It was just like all this art stuff was taking place in my head, you know. And I got home from the hospital. I was like in the ICU for like 10 days. And I got home from the hospital, and about 2 weeks after I was home, I picked up a guitar and I played this song that I'd never heard. And I sang it and played it as if it was my favorite song.
Right.
And I don't know where it came from, other than, well, I kind of have an idea.
Right.
It came from that stuff that they gave me that they won't tell me what it was.
Right.
I think they were afraid I'd start looking for it, you know?
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, well, because that's the thing. I mean,
some people were born with it, dude.
well, being a learned musician, where I'm really good at seeing something and replicating it. Sometimes, you know, other musicians out there might get stuck in this trap, or I was definitely stuck in this trap where I was like, well, I hear all these songs and I want to make songs like that, where I really think writing comes from your own feelings. You have to like look inside and write about stuff that is pertinent to you. And that's really what it is. That's where the best writing comes from.
Well,
you can copy and paste whatever you want, but
my buddies were so supportive of me, like, give me more.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, so I didn't have that shyness or that tentativeness to bring a song to the band because they were so inviting, you know.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with
got
the
a
guys.
team behind you, man.
Yeah, and they say,
Yeah.
dude, we love that. Keep going. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, all right. I'll
It does.
keep writing.
It does help when you get that positive re-encouragement, man. You're like, let's go.
And then if somebody puts it on television,
Then you're like, oh, okay.
you're kind of like, well,
You're like,
well,
damn,
what can't I write?
how
Let's
did
go.
that happen? You know?
it's made it to the big screen. It's good. Let's go. So now, are you still? So are you guys? Is Blue Tide still going to be going pretty strong, or are you guys?
Yeah, we actually got a call from the Silver Dollar,
Oh, cool.
and they're talking about putting us back to work on Tuesdays.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
And I think
nice.
the first gig would probably be right around 21st of July, I think.
Awesome, man.
Cool.
That's
And
very
then
cool.
we'll see what happens after that.
Heck
but,
yeah.
Nice.
you know,
Well, at
we
least-
were
Yeah.
a bunch of old men that are looking at unemployment, you know.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
daunting.
you're too talented to be.
Oh yeah.
Not be
You'd
playing.
find somewhere
you'd find
someone's
something,
gonna
yeah.
let you play.
Yeah, that'd be a travesty.
Yeah.
Don't let these guys. Yeah, these dogs need a home.
Well, you know, having that gig for 3.5 years with the captain was amazing because, I don't know, I mean, we were playing like 50 gigs a year.
Yeah.
That's a lot of gigs,
Oh,
for,
yeah.
Right.
especially at, I hate to say it, but at our age, you know, if you told me at 15 that at 78 you're still going to be cranking it up.
Yeah, you're going to be playing every week, bud, at bars still. At
Yeah.
78 years old.
Yeah.
You ready for this, kid?
I might have said, do you have a house too? I mean,
yeah.
like, do you have a car?
Yeah.
Do people have to give you rides when you want to go places?
Yeah.
So, you know, feel really super blessed. And then
Yeah.
the band itself is just,
You got some amazing people behind you, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
it's the best. I mean, the four of us get along with or without the music,
Right.
you know, and I know you guys know that. One of the toughest things to put
I
a band together.
I don't. I can't stand him.
I can't stand him either, but you know, for some reason we make it work. But
Well, you look good together.
yeah, I think that's what
know.
keeps us coming back. We're like, yeah, okay.
I guess I do.
fine.
But the chemistry is the deal.
It is. It really is. If you can't vibe with your people, or at least be on the same wavelength, because you know, there's a lot of different kinds of people in the world, you know, and some people I can almost tell immediately.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah, this isn't going to work out, and it's just you're a different different bird.
I
man.
wouldn't cast aspersions, but it always seems to be the bass player.
Well, that's why I moved to drums in the band.
It is. I was like, man, it was funny because we both have been bass players at some point too. And we're just like, we got to get off the ship, man.
We got to get out of here.
Yeah, we got to get out of here. This has got a stigma. I don't know what's happening, but we're getting a lot of looks, and this is not good.
Yeah, well, our bass player was always getting us almost arrested.
Yeah,
You know?
right. Yeah.
That's bass players, bro.
I've had a couple of those throughout my career too. I've had some it's usually the bass player that is one of the wildest, you know, like he's like, oh shit, dude, I can come in just toast and still play 4 strings.
Well, the drummers are always too tired because they always have to load their own gear and stuff.
yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah, you're telling me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's another animal when he finally transitioned over the drum. And you know, to be fair, he's actually doing both. That's thanks to modern technology. You are a bass player still.
That's right. That's right.
Well, I don't doubt that.
Yeah. We record his tracks and we do all this, and he's the drummer, so he's got to line up with himself. So he gets along with himself very well.
It's nice. I do get along with myself very well.
I like my bass player.
I did a trio gig with a Lisa's drum machine once.
Okay, yeah.
And I programmed all of the songs.
Yeah.
99 different songs, and it took
wow.
me forever to do it. And the only thing I found out was that I can't be a drummer because my timing just sucks. You know, that the damn drum machine was always ahead of us or behind us.
Right. Oh, that damn drum machine.
Yeah. Well, he drank.
Yeah,
lot.
he did.
Yeah,
He did.
it was
Lush.
that freaking drum machine,
Yeah.
bro.
Al
All
Isis.
over the place.
I know. I wish you'd just stay on point, bro.
We're gonna have to let you go, buddy.
Yeah, that was a sad departure.
Well, I'm happy to hear that you guys got something going on, man. I was gonna say, what's what was the future gonna be like if you guys didn't have that going on for you? But I'm glad you guys are
Still playing.
Hopefully, get a landing over there at the Silver Dollar, man. That'll be really cool to see you guys to
Yeah.
be able to have another spot to do that in.
Well, it's just so much fun for us to get together and play. We get together every Tuesday for rehearsals right now, and the rehearsals are fun
Right.
because we just get to play.
And this
you
is
know?
the rehearsals at your place?
Yeah,
Nice.
And it's interesting and it's fun and we get something out of it.
Oh, that's good,
Yeah.
man. That's fun. That's the beauty of music, man.
Yeah.
We do well. I do it for the money. No, I do not do it.
Yeah, it's like half and half for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. No, I will say it's sometimes it's nice, but you know, you're not a musician. You're not out there pushing it out because for the dollars. That's
No,
that's
it's
for sure.
it's definitely half and half. I mean, obviously, money's important for me, just where I'm at in my life. But you know, like my dad really enjoys playing with.
Toys.
Well,
He enjoys playing with toys, but he really enjoys playing with
it's the new toy. Yeah, it's a Gran Torino.
Gran Torino, just because they just go have fun. They just play and
and that
Who's
they-
that? I've never heard of that.
Gran Torino.
Gran Torino. They're if you haven't seen them, you got to check them out. They are a blast. You can tell every single one of them up there is just having a great time.
Really?
Oh yeah, and it shows and it sounds good. And they play some, you know, they were playing like a gin and juice or something like
Yeah,
that.
they do
by
all
Snoop
kinds of
Dogg,
different
and you would
stuff,
not think that these old cats would be doing stuff like, but it's a fun show. It's a blast, and
Oh, that's great.
it's a must see. If you haven't checked them out, you got to check.
And
them
it is important that you do kind of have a little bit of that camaraderie with your band. You know, they practice for like, my dad's like, oh, I'm going to practice, you know, at 6 o'clock. I'm like, well, what time are you going to be back? He's like, oh, 10 o'clock. I'm like, 4 hours? He's like,
Right.
well, we just have a good time. I'm like, okay.
Well, and that's it. Some people, you know,
Just
got
that's important, though.
different strokes for different folks. And musicians, man, if you're really enjoying it, that 4 hours is nothing. I've
Right.
I've felt like a blink sometimes. I'm like, holy Jeez.
We're on the
CRBQ
last
used to do that. We practiced long hours and full blast.
side. Right. It was like a show, dude.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
every single time. And these guys that I'm playing with now, it's nice. You just sit around and you play real soft. You can, hear each other sing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Well,
too.
speaking of time frames, we are getting close here, buddy. So final thoughts.
All right, fine. So last thing I do, just Michael, if you could leave us with, leave us on a positive note. Anything, whether it's about you or towards the younger generation of people that want to play guitar and be a writer. Like, what are your positive notes towards those people? What do you think?
Or negative? Get out now.
Or negative? Yeah, say it.
Get out now before you get trapped like us.
I'm trying to move away from the darkness. You know.
Okay, so then
No,
what you got?
I would say the basic thing of anything you do, whether it's music or anything, is to make sure that there's joy in the center of it. That if it doesn't make you happy, and if you can't have good feelings about it and look forward to it, you know, then you probably shouldn't be doing it, because there's enough outside influences that can make things in life tough.
Absolutely.
You know, and you don't need to participate in those things from the inside. You need something that gives you I'm sure you guys feel that, like when you play music, there's so much joy, there's so much energy, and then when the people enjoy it, it's that cycle that it's such a positive force. The other night with all those people at the cabin, it was like such a big crowd, and the dance floor was full, and people were laughing and having a good time. Doesn't get any better than that.
It was amazing. And having said that, this is what we need to do, guys. July 21st, they're going to be down there at Silver Dollar. So let's wow them down there too. You know, make it where Jason goes, damn, okay.
Yeah.
We need to do this.
And remember,
every week.
If you have any requests, write them on the back of $100 bill.
Yeah,
Bring them up to me,
Yeah, you know.
and I'll make sure that we play them.
Yeah,
for you.
we'll play it.
We'll get it down. We'll get it down. If we can't do it tonight, you get us again with the $100 bill and remind me.
Yeah,
We'll do
and
it.
$50 bill will play half the song.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, thank you, Michael Wesley Hughes in the house. We appreciate it, and we're on the cusp. This might come out afterwards, but happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day to everybody.
Thanks for everything, guys.
And,
really appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate having you here, man. Again, all right, this is Max and Kev behind the bay.
Peace out, guys.
Peace out.